Hi everyone and welcome to BookTube. My name is Rachel and today I'm going to do my very first ever kind of discussion video about anxiety and BookTube. So to give you an idea of what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give a brief history of my journey with anxiety, how it affects my channel, and how I feel anxiety affects BookTube as a whole. So I've got my tea here of lavender and chamomile so I can just hang out with you guys and have a nice chill talk about anxiety and BookTube. Fun topic, right? So first of all, I do suffer from anxiety. I have for about 10 years or so, and at first it wasn't taking up too much of my life, but by the end of 2018, it pretty much consumed me 24/7. I constantly felt like I was hyperventilating, my chest was tight all the time. I was overly critical about myself and felt like I was failing at absolutely everything. I felt like I was failing at my job, at being a mom, at being a wife, about being booktuber, just everything. I felt like I was constantly failing. If I made the smallest mistake, I would go home sobbing, feeling like I was the worst failure ever. And I struggled with panic attacks just almost all the time. I'd wake up in the middle of the night with them constantly, and it literally affected me 24/7. And it got so bad to where I was hyperventilating enough to where I was almost passing out, and it was bad. So at the beginning of this year in 2019, I finally decided, even though it was absolutely terrifying, decided that I needed help. So I actually went to the doctor and took a little anxiety test type thing to see the level of my anxiety. And the doctor was like, you have a very, very high level of anxiety. And so I am now taking medication to help kind of ease the pressure of anxiety. It's not going to make it go away completely. It's not a magic pill that makes me feel happy, but it helps numb it down and kind of balance everything out to where I'm able to handle it. So when I do feel anxious or have a panic attack or things like that, that it's not as strong, that I'm able to handle it a lot more. And I've been doing that since the beginning of this year, and I'm doing a lot better. I'm still struggling with anxiety. It's still definitely there. Honestly, I still kind of struggle with it almost daily, but it's more manageable and I feel more like me. I feel a lot more positive. I don't feel like a failure all the time. I'm not always beating myself up about every little thing, and I'm just doing better. I'm doing better, which is good. It's still a journey. I'm still working on it, but I'm glad that I'm doing better, and I'm glad I went to get help. So how anxiety affects my channel. So first of all, I definitely struggle with a fear of failure. I know that's kind of probably common for a lot of people, even that don't struggle with anxiety, but it's a little bit heightened for me, and it's getting better. But I feel like a failure a lot of times. And also I really struggle with comparison. I really struggle comparing myself with others' channels, with other people's, the quality of the videos, the amount of subscribers, all that kind of stuff. I have a tendency to compare myself quite a bit as well. And then also it affects my filming. There's some days where I'm planning to film and I'm just not feeling good that day, and I feel like I'm hyperventilating or I'm fighting a panic attack, and I just don't have the energy to be bubbly in front of a camera and talk about books. Even though I love books, it's hard to get the energy to do it. I think it affects vlogging the most, honestly. I really, really want to be able to vlog, but one, it's hard to kind of fit it into my schedule and kind of get used to having a normal kind of plan to film. But also just the fact that if I'm having a bad day and I'm struggling with anxiety, it's hard to film and to seem remotely just me, if that makes sense. But I'm pushing through that, and I'm trying my best that when I do vlog, and I have in the past few vlogs that I've posted, been honest about when I'm struggling with it and say, hey, I'm not feeling that great. I've been fighting a panic attack today, or I'm feeling anxious today. I'm trying my best to stay really, really just transparent with you all and just let you know, hey, things aren't perfect, and I'm struggling with some anxiety stuff right now. So, but it does affect my filming. It doesn't affect just that feeling of failure and with comparison and things like that. But let's talk about now anxiety and BookTube, how I feel like it affects BookTube. So first of all, I feel like anxiety is everywhere, and that's something that I learned when I became more involved in the BookTube community. I realized that a lot of people suffer from anxiety. It's very common, which honestly to me is sad. That makes me sad people struggle with it so much, but then also it's comforting the fact that I'm not alone, and I'm not alone when it comes to my anxiety, and I'm not weird, with that struggle, and that there are different forms and different levels of it. There's some people that have a smaller form of anxiety. There's some people that have like monumental anxiety that's way higher than mine. People suffer from different types of anxiety, whether it's social anxiety or what have you. And so there's just all these forms, but I've also noticed a lot of just community with that, and a lot of camaraderie and acceptance, and that it's not belittled. You know, anxiety is not belittled no matter what kind of anxiety you suffer from. So I'm thankful to see that on BookTube, but it does affect BookTube quite a bit. I'm gonna look at my notes really quick to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and I'm not rambling. So far, I have seen BookTube as a safe place for anxiety. I've seen a lot of compassion. I've seen a lot of support, not only because people suffer from it as well, but just people are supportive of like, hey, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. We're here for you. We love you. We think you're awesome. Hang in there. You know, there's a lot of community when it comes to that, which is so good. So I do feel like anxiety affects BookTube quite a bit. I really do. And it's sad that it does, but at the same time, I'm happy to see that it's common to where there is able to be a community around it. Now, I will say that there's a positive aspect to my anxiety on BookTube. Now, there is negatives, of course, like I talked about, like failure or comparison and struggling with feeling like filming, things like that. But there are some supportive and good things as well that are positive with anxiety in BookTube. One that I've already mentioned, which is there is a sense of community about it, and people are positive and people are kind and they are supportive of people that are struggling with it, and that's a really great thing. It's really great to see, and it's made me feel better and made me feel not so weird about my anxiety, and it's just made me feel like I have a community to be a part of, not just people that enjoy books as much as I do, but also maybe are struggling with anxiety as much as me, and it's part of their daily lives as well. It's nice to be able to meet other people that are affected by it. And also, personally for me, I have a certain level, not like a really high level, but I do have a level of social anxiety as well. I'm the kind of person like being around other people, especially a group of people, is exhausting for me. For some people that energizes them, and for me, I'm the opposite. If you find me at a party, I will be at the corner of the room waiting until I can leave. I don't like being in crowds. I don't thrive in party settings. I'm awkward. I'm an awkward person, and I'm not good at small talk. I get really uncomfortable sometimes, and there's some days it's almost crippling. Like I have so much social anxiety. I'm like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, just leave me alone. I just want to go home and curl in bed with a book and with some tea. Leave me alone. So it's nice to be able to be a part of this community, not only with people that love books, not only with people that maybe have anxiety as well, but also with people maybe that struggle with social anxiety, in that it's made it easy for me able to meet new people that enjoy books, to meet new people that struggle with anxiety, to meet new people and to make new friends, people that I would never get to meet or talk to any other way. I have friends that are all over the country now, and some all over the world, which is really cool. So I love the fact that I'm able to meet other people and to get to know them in a way that is comfortable, get to know them in a way where I'm not having to have small talk or feel uncomfortable in a group setting or whatever. It's great. I really love that. So it's a lot of positive stuff about anxiety with BookTube. There's a lot of community there, and that's kind of how I feel like anxiety affects BookTube, and it's how it affects me and what I struggle with. If you struggle with anxiety as well, you are not alone. Please do not feel alone in it. And if you want to talk, I'm here. There's a lot of us that are here. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about it. I would love to get to know you. I would love to be friends. So just say hi down below and let's chat, whether you have anxiety or not just people that have anxiety. You can say hi. I want to talk to you. On this side of the video over here is my logo. If you click on that, you can subscribe to my channel and follow me on my book journey. On this side of the video over here is another video if you want to watch another one right now. Thank you so much for watching. You rock, and don't forget to keep reading. Bye.